Welcome, welcome, welcome to SCURV at 6, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes, we're going to have a different type of show that I think is very necessary. And as everybody files in, just let me know if the sound is good. I'm going to be doing a lot of these really like 6 Eastern Standard Time and sprinkle it throughout the day. We're going to try something new, shorter ones like that, because it's just too much happening out with current events and things that pertain to us and things that we need to think about that the mainstream media doesn't really speak on. And yes, that is Mrs. SCURV behind me. That's when we went to New York. I think it was 2012 when we met Professor Griff, and that's Baisley Pond Park. Yes, that was like 11 years ago. Wow. And you still look the same, sweetheart. But anyway, I want to clarify one thing. The name of the song is Yeah, You, Thinking About You by King Sis. Sister Mercedes asked me the title of the song, so I said, well, at the time I had a brain fart, so since I'm here, I said, let me talk about it. But we're going to speak about Black women today. And we're not spanking anybody, because I know sometimes I get on the show and I start speaking about our sisters and I start to not bash or anything like that. Tammy, Ivy, how are you? I'm glad you're here. Come on now, come on. We need more people coming into the chat room because this is going to get deep. But I like to go in with surgical precision, and many people misunderstand me when I speak because they say, oh, you're getting on this and getting on that. But if you've been to the show before, you know that you don't know what you're going to run into, and we might speak on any type of topic, and we're going to go in an unapologetic fashion. But I wanted to speak about the pain and frustration of Black women, crying in the dark, the tears, the pain, the things they can't speak about, seemingly in their mind sometimes to other people, because they feel sometimes as though they're the only one going through things. And yes, I can broaden that out and say men go through the same thing too. And please, fellas, try to understand we're focusing on the Black woman right now. You're going to have your night, because I'm a Black man. I will speak about those things. But I don't think too many of us as Black men understand the depth of pain and frustration and how we take them for granted, right? We take them for granted lots of times because they're almost like, and I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, but it's almost like they're a workhorse, and we treat them like a workhorse. And we don't understand that they have feelings. We don't understand that they want to rest too. We don't understand that they need to be loved. And sometimes their love language is a lot different than what we can understand. You know, you keep our stomachs full and our balls empty and we're all right. Pretty much, right? Beyond that, we don't usually think about what a woman feels and the need to be secured on so many other levels, and the need to know that you're going to be with them. Not where, oh God, baby, you blow my mind in the bedroom. We'll keep this PG-13. We're not going to get lewd. It's not about that tonight, because there are a lot of our sisters out here hurting. A lot of our sisters who are out here hurting, who are in seemingly wonderful relationships from the outside, but when you delve deeper, they feel suicidal. They feel such depression. They feel trapped. A lot of guys, and I'm not going to use this to bash men, but a lot of our men see a good-looking sister and lure them in and get them trapped into something, and we don't even take the time to understand them. We don't take the time that maybe in their past there's something that's still hurting them from the past in the very present. And sometimes we get the blank stares, or we see them staring off into space, and we don't care to say, hey, sweetheart, what are you going through? Or even if you don't say it that way, just lend an ear. Just hold them, let it come out naturally. Just let them know you're here for them. You know, whatever you want to talk about, if there's anything bothering you or not, if you want to laugh, you want to tell me your dreams, aspirations, your fears. We all have fear. People say, well, fear is not from God. Like we're indestructible. Yes, we're all scared of certain things. Just don't let it overtake you. But our sisters, and I say sisters, but those are our wives, our mothers, our aunts, our cousins, our nieces, our daughters, our children, right? The society that we're in treats them a certain way. You see? She's the mother of all civilization. Yes, she's treated like a whore. She's the mother of all civilization. Yes, she's that perpetual maid. She's the mother of all civilization. Yet when she gets into any position in corporate America, she's treated like less. like she's the least, but she's the one that trains everybody on these jobs. All of these other people who don't look like her, who don't know as much as she knows, and she'll be the one to train them, and they'll be the one to get promoted and get the money, and they have the position. But then when nobody's looking, when they can't figure things out in those jobs, guess what? They come to you, right? You always get shortchanged. I'm not saying this is a totally negative thing, but we need to address these things, because if we don't speak about these things overall, this is a one-size-fits-all conversation, because while you may not be as depressed as the next sister, you may feel shortchanged by society. You might feel that you're not getting enough out of society for what you put in. And most of all, you're not going to get that respect. Hopefully you do, right? But we need to talk about it, because there are a lot of our sisters out here hurting. I've been on this earth 6 decades, in another week or two, and I realize that we need to acknowledge that, because that's a perpetual wound. That's a wound that doesn't seem to heal, because as it begins to heal, or seems like we're on our way to healing, it's ripped open, right? Whether it's emotional, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whether it's how they view themselves. So many of our sisters out here are so stunningly beautiful, drop dead. I'm not even talking on a sexual level, but I'm talking on a vibrational level. Drop dead gorgeous on a spiritual level, mental, physical, but they hang their head down because they are brainwashed by the system, and it's not their fault. Lots of times from birth, lots of times from parents who are brainwashed to feel that something that has no lips, or something that is paler than them, or something that has a pointy nose looks better than them. They're not good enough as they are to be accepted in their mind in a society that's brainwashed them. They feel they have to alter themselves. No, you don't. That means that something has been paining you for many years. You feel inadequate. You're more than enough. You populated this earth like the creator, whether you want to say creator or universe or supreme being, whatever you want to call it. You're first. You came first. You came first before us. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You came first before us. So why are you so treated so poorly, right? We want to understand the pain, and we want our sisters to chime in on this particular episode, and let's share things that we feel in the midnight hour. And if you're not feeling it, you know somebody who is. Mrs. SCURV is with us right now. I want to have a discussion with her. I'm not just going to say, hey, start talking, but this was the particular vein that we're going to talk about our conversation. At first, we're going to speak about health and certain things health-wise, but I realized that after hearing it and eavesdropping on your conversation, if you had several conversations tonight, and I said, wow, this is some profound stuff. You need to share this stuff, but I'm going to be talking here with you. You're sitting there on the couch.
What was I saying?
What were you saying? Oh, no, my ear was huge.
You are so bad.
Okay, how is her sound? Because I don't have my headphones on. I don't want to put them big.
Greetings to y'all, my brothers and sisters out there, because I know the brothers are listening and our sisters are listening. So greetings to y'all, wherever you are tonight. You know, some people may be just coming home from
sweating,
work.
so excuse me.
Some is going to work, or different things. Some people may be making dinner, preparing dinner for the family. So I hope you all are doing well tonight. It's just always a pleasure to be here with my brothers and my sisters. And as usual, Brother Lance put me on the spot. I guess he was listening to my conversations that I was having today.
I'm gonna say it the street way. Yo, this is what I'm gonna do. Sometimes when you're having those they're not personal conversations, you're speaking to close people. I'm gonna take my microphone and I'm not gonna play the whole thing if it gets personal, but I'm gonna have to soundbite that bad boy.
But
no, but I'm just joking.
Yes,
I wouldn't do that to you.
Yes.
I got all these recorders in here and whatnot. Sweet Berry, how are you doing?
Yes, I just want to big up the sisters. Big up the sisters them tonight, the mothers, the aunt, then
you should be sitting over here. No, I know, I'm not going to press you.
So I just sending some love your way, because, we sisters sometimes, it's not easy for us, working hard, doing 2 jobs, mother, pregnant, wife, everything.
Abusive men sometimes.
And it's rough sometimes, Sometimes we get pregnant and then the father disappear, and you have to deal with this for the 9 months, and it's not easy. It's a struggle.
But not only that, not only just dealing with it for the 9 months, which is going to be a natural process of pregnancy, but the shaming that goes on, right? You have family members who, one family member may always have had it for you because you had the potential to do better, and now you get pregnant. Maybe it wasn't planned. Oh, what you going to do? Oh, what happened to going to school? What you going to do? Even pregnancy brings on so many other emotions and attacks.
It's a lot of stress.
Yeah, it's a lot of stress. Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of stress, and when you're going through stuff like that and more stress is put on you, it's like, man, then it's stressing the baby. And sometimes that's why you have a baby that comes out and different things happen to this child, and man, it's really rough that we have the women have to go through all these things. And sometimes I wonder, some of the men, they don't have that kind of feelings for us, even though they'll say, oh, they love us and all this stuff, but the way they behave a lot of times, and you're looking at them.
Are you trying to tell me something?
You're looking at them and you're saying, my goodness gracious alive, why is this man behaving in this way, form or manner, and I'm a woman and I'm going through all this stuff. Your mother is a woman. Without your mother, you wouldn't be here. So why are you treating me this way? Or, it's not easy. It's not easy for us as women, in this world. It's already tough out there dealing with all the bull crap stuff, going on the job, and you have to deal with this. And, a lot of times you're pregnant and you're going to work for the 9 months, and then you have to deal with stress with these stupid whatever. I don't like to call people boss on the job, and I never call people boss. I always say manager or whatever, because I don't like that. So I don't say that, because boss, no. But it's really,
boss.
It's really not easy. It's really rough for us as sisters out there going through all of this. It's not easy waking up in the night. Sometimes the fathers, if they're there, if they're in the picture and they're there, they don't even want to wake up when the baby is crying to help you. And sometimes you already gone back to work and you have to be up. Sometimes maybe an hour or two, you get a little sleep. It's not easy. You come home from the hospital, you're having pains and all this stuff. It is not easy. And sometimes we have these pains, but we take it so quietly because we don't want to put anyone else through anything. We don't want to complain and say to the husband or the baby father, whoever you have in your life, and say, I'm hurting so bad. I'm having back pain. I'm having stomach issue and different things. I would love to have a hot cup of tea and all this stuff. And sometimes you hardly can move, but you're crawling, going to the kitchen to get a hot cup of tea on your own. And sometimes these men are sleeping. You have some husband or whatever, they'll get up and, help you out with the baby, stay up and give you a chance to get some rest. But some of them don't give a damn. It's just the plain truth. Some of them don't care. And we as ladies, we have to start loving ourselves. Start liking yourself first. Start and then loving yourself. Much love, Mr. Glenn. Self-care. Start self-care and taking good care of yourself. Because if we don't do that, man, it's so many things can happen to us. Because make sure, even when you're home from work and you get that day off, stay in the shower a little longer and pamper yourself. Take good care of yourself. Love upon yourself. Look at yourself and tell yourself how beautiful you are. Because sometimes you don't get that. And it's very hard. And I was saying to someone today, I was talking to someone today about, sometimes you're dating someone and everything seems so nice and good, and and once you say I do, you walk down the line, that walk down the hall and say I do, everything changes, because then this person start hacking up and doing all kind of stupid things to you, and you're working hard and you're doing 2 jobs, and you have to come home and cook, take care of the kids, and this person ain't paying you no mind, and this person in the street and doing all kind of different things, and he don't see you like that person anymore. Sometimes after you have a baby, they look on you different. You can see how they look at you, like you gain a little weight or you know, all the different things. And so a lot of times we don't get the support that we really need. And it's really hard. And don't talk about if you have a family that really doesn't care. So then you don't have no support. So now it's more stress on you. Then you have to be running here, there, and you got to drop off the children and you got to pick them up and you got to make sure everybody eat, everybody take a bath. It's not easy. And then this put more stress on you, more pressure on you. So it is so hard that sometimes, man, it is not easy. It's rough. And I just can't imagine, because me as a mother, you know, go through all of that 9 months, you know, having these children and going through a lot and working. You just imagine I work and then I come home and I got to go to the hospital and have the baby. That's me. You know, I'm not the type of person that sit down and look. I like to keep it moving. I like to do what I have to do. I don't want anyone, even though you're married, you don't want to say, this woman, she's pregnant, she's lazy, she's sitting down and she don't want to work. No, I'm not that type of person. I'm a go-getter, and I don't like to put pressure on one person. So I like to be me.
If we had children, you ain't going nowhere.
No, but I always, that's not me. I always think that, you know something, if something happened to this person, like you can get sick or something can happen, what am I going to do? This person cannot help. And I am sitting down too. It doesn't work like that. You know, you have to have a different mindset. You got to think different. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you are pushed over the limit, you know, doing so much. It's not easy. And like, you know, no one doesn't care and you're in that pain and you're going through all these things. You just imagine a woman going through all these things. Okay, every month you have a period and you're going through all this, all the cramps, all the pain that you're going through, and you have to get up and you have to go to work and all. It's not easy. It's rough. Sometimes you forget that, oh, I should be taking better care of myself. I should be making a smoothie. I should be making some green juice. I should be eating more greens for more iron. I should be really taking care of myself, and I'm not doing that because I'm juggling these 2 jobs. I'm children, cleaning the house, laundry piling up. Come home, you know, you're off on this day and the laundry room is full, the baskets are full, and you're doing all this laundry, and then you're dry and you got to fold the clothes, and by the time you look on the clock, oh, it's time to pick up the kids, and you're running. Oh, it's time to go to my part-time job.
Periods could be so brutal. Oh my God. I just want to pass that.
What did she say?
She said periods can be so brutal.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Say it again, my sister. It is so true. It's not easy. And someday it's so rough on you. Oh my goodness. And
I just want to repeat what Angie Young said. She said, yes, I'm a young widow, just me.
Oh wow.
That's a serious
yes, that is
severe kind of pain, because I know of a young widow that she really loved and loves, I'll say in the present tense, you know, her husband, and they have children together, and they were set up. They really were beginning to see, they never went through any really rough times. They had the support of the family, but they were projected and set to really see some success, and they were truly happy. You know what I mean? And like I said, boom, gone. And it really, really hurt. And, you know, I thank the Creator that she has a really supportive family, and it still hurt. It hurt the family. It hurt her mother, because she saw how this young man was wonderful. He was one in a million. Yeah. And that's gotta hurt, whether they're one in a million or not, you know, but it's your husband. And even then, I just want to acknowledge that.
You know, even you have a lot of you have a lot of husband or baby father very supportive of their wife or their baby mama, girlfriend. You know, a lot of them are very supportive, because you can see it, and they help with the baby. Even if they don't have a car, you'll see them. They'll go on the bus with them, with the children, and take them wherever they need to go. And both of them going to work.
Master Glam said, Mama SCURV hit the nail on the head. No, you keep talking. I'm just going. I don't want to make the comments go up and not acknowledge
them. But you know what? You know? I am telling you, but it's not easy for us as women. It's very hard. It is very, very hard. And a lot of times we don't even have a minute to stop and think that, oh my goodness, I am really going through a lot. I'm struggling. Some days you have a bad migraine. I mean, bad, 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 because I usually get migraines bad.
I know.
And when I get them, oh my goodness,
does.
to even drive the car and focus, I'll be stopping at the red light and I'll be saying, oh my God, I wish I could just go home and just lay down on the floor and just pour some ice water on my head. That's how much my head is pounding. And it's when you have to go to work and deal with a lot of crap. And then, you know, you're coming home and you got the children and you're going through a lot of things. You know, it's not easy. If you only know sometimes a lot of men will know what a woman go through, they would treat us with more respect and love. And because it's very hard. It's very hard. And don't talk about a baby pain when going in the hospital to have a natural birth. It is not easy. It's not easy.
Keep talking. I'll catch up on the comments.
It's really rough without taking no shots, no nothing or anything. And I also have a water birth. So, you know, you do these things because it's best to do things natural. You know, natural, do it the right way. But let me tell you, when pain kicking your ass, it's not easy. When your back feel like it's falling off, where is it? You don't even know where your back is, where your leg is, where anything is. It's not easy. It's really rough. If sometimes they would really give us some more respect, give us some more love, and you know, treat us good. You know, because it's a lot for us as women what we go through. You know, and without us, where would they be today? Do men think about that? I know a lot of men care, but do men really sit down and think about, without my mom, where would I be today? You understand what I'm saying? Women have to know how powerful they are. And we are here for a purpose. We are on a journey. And we have to embrace ourselves. We have to really love ourselves and really care for ourselves. And now it's really crucial that we need to do it more than ever, you know, and we have to start teaching our girls and our boys this from now, from in the womb. We have to start teaching them. A lot of us didn't learn a lot of this when we were growing up. So we could instill that in our children from they were inside of our stomach, from we conceived them. But now we are learning more and more every day. So now we need to teach the children, teach the youth, teach your children, your grandchildren and your great grandchildren, all these great things that we are learning. And that's how we are going to come together as a people and together, and all the pain, all the suffering that we go through on a daily basis, that we can all embrace each other. And we as sisters, that's why we need to have nice sisterhood clothes that we can embrace our sisters and when they're going through all these things, because a lot of us don't have no support. You see what I'm saying? So if we can support each other and do what we need to do as sisters, you know, we would have a better people. You understand what I'm saying? We would have better children, and the brothers embracing each other, and they come together and do these things together and say, we need to give our sisters them more support, our mothers, our nieces. You know, you see what I'm saying? We got to do these things. We got to come together as a people, you know?
Hey, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you. We had some nice comments come along. And Angie Young, we all love you here. We may not know you super duper personally, but you can always come to this chat room or any one of the platforms we have. And I'd like to set something up just for the women.
Yes. You
know, where they can talk and whatever. And I think that's what I'm going to do with that message board that I have kind of docked off. I set it up for cryptocurrency, but it goes really in depth. It's the creme de la creme of all message boards. I paid 10 years ago, I paid like $500 for it. And I have the dedicated server. It just needs to be populated. You know what I mean? So When I set it up for the African thing worldwide, nobody went there. When I set it up for the cryptocurrency, nobody went there. I'll set it up that way, and you can make different groups in there. You can have a profile, email people directly, whatever, and just let it sit.
Or if we want to talk, sometimes we could do something.
The conference line?
Yeah.
We could do the conference line sometime.
Because I don't mind coming on sometimes, not out there because I go to bed.
We all know that. I'm up here doing shows, and I'm like, Mr. SCURV is not
honestly,
the conference line would be great.
Honestly, brothers and sisters, I work really hard. Like, you know,
I know.
Not because I'm here, but when she
comes home and feeds me too.
When I go up on the property, I do a lot of work in the yard because it's always
I can't keep up.
It's always something to do, and I keep my mind occupied, because if you don't keep your mind occupied, it will drive you crazy, because your mind will be all over the place. And I tell you, nature is a beautiful thing. And I can tell you, a couple of days ago, I think it was yesterday or Monday, I was at the property, and I have some coconut trees there, and I like to check my plants, check the leaves, not to move from the subject, you know what you're talking about. But I was looking at one of the coconut leaves, and the way I see it's kind of twisting the leaves and what it was doing, and I said, girl, what are you doing? You're braiding your hair. You're doing all kind of things with your hair and all that stuff, you know, because I talk to the plants. But I tell you what, nature is awesome. And if you're not feeling well, you go out there in nature, and I'm telling you right now, sisters or brothers, you go out there in nature and sit down under the trees and touch the trees and talk to the plants, and you will see if you're not going to feel better. You will feel better. I am telling you, nature is there for a reason. And we need to pay more attention to that. Even when you're feeling sick, sisters and brothers, for instance, you're feeling sick, and for instance, you go to the hospital, or if you didn't go to the hospital, but you're feeling real sick, and you're home and you're trying to get better, and you're drinking some soup, some warm tea and all that stuff. Let me tell you something. Stop taking phone calls while you're laying down on your bed and resting. If someone really care about you, just they send you a voice message or send you a text or whatever. But you don't need to be talking on the phone while you're feeling sick, because it's like somebody's in your head, and you don't want that. You want to feel a peace of mind. You want to feel rested, and get up like in the morning. As soon as the sun comes up, you go outside and you meet that sun outside, and you go walking for even 10 or 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And you come back in your house sweaty and everything, and cool off and take your nice shower and just lotion and hold on your skin so nice. Get you a nice warm cup of tea and lay down back. When you wake up back, you're going to feel the difference in your body. I'm just telling you. We just have to start taking care of ourselves and be mindful. Be mindful. Self-care, 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 brothers and sisters. I am telling you tonight, keep hope alive. Self-care, self-care.
Keep hope alive. I'm cool with you saying that, but that reminds me of Jesse Jackson. You know what I mean? Let's make something else about, you know. You see a mosquito? I thought you'd come to smack me. No, I'm just playing. No. But like, keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Come on. You know what I mean? It's not you. I just have a special feeling with that, you know. Messy Jesse.
Don't pay Lance any mind. Please don't pay Lance any mind what he's saying, okay?
Yeah, but it's so true, because it's not like in life we have one thing happen at a time. People say, well, there's something, you know, things happen in threes and all of this stuff, but sometimes things happen on a major level and something else happens right away, right after it. Or it happens, you recuperate a little bit, you almost get there, and boom, you know. So we have to set up our support systems. Not everybody is real. We have to test the spirit of people who we have around us, even when things are not going on, to know if they're really real or not. And if you have to keep your circle small, doesn't mean that you got to get more people around you, like to strengthen numbers that way, because very few people will really be by your side when the going gets tough. So those of us who have that kind of heart, just give the love freely. You know, when you see somebody hurting, and do it in a way where they see that there's no hidden motivation or secret agenda that you're looking to get something out of them, or I'm going to be nice to you now because down the road I'm looking for something. And this is what a lot of men do, and it's not good. You know, like I always tell brothers, there's more way to love a woman. You're not going to insert your penis inside every single female in the world. If you take your mind out of that, it's just as much of a joy to aid a woman. And people say, I had a guy say to me, oh, you're going to be in the friend zone. Well, if you're a friend, you're going to be in the friend zone. What are you looking for? What are you mad at? You always, you know, a lot of these guys in the back of their mind is always where they think they have to have access to what's going on between your legs. If you find somebody, they should be happy for you. That's a mature kind of love. Yeah, we see things, whatever, but you know, we got to get past that, because we'll spend our whole life chasing and in pursuit or doing nice things with something in the back of our mind, and we get mad when the person finds out that they're dating or whatever, because what were you in it for? Give sincerely. It's a joy to that. I'm telling you, it's a joy to that. You know, because it's rough. Children and feeding them, taking them to the doctor, getting up early, hopping on public transportation, you know, being lonely, and you really can't have, you can, but with all that you may be doing, it's hard to have time for a mate or somebody that you crave. And I don't mean just craving for sex, just somebody to just spend time with, adult time with, that nothing's going on, but you just spend time with this person. It's nice to get a phone call. Hey, you want to take a ride? Let's go. You know, bring your kids. Let's go. Let's talk. Most men are not going to do that. So brothers, you got to up your game if you really want to be about it, man, because it's not just about that. Because I know there've been times I've gone through stuff and it was women who I wasn't even involved with that way that comforted me. And it wasn't about that. Like I say, and I'm saying this in a certain way, when a woman gives of herself to comfort you as a man and doing it sincerely, when you have tears in your eyes, and most men are, I don't cry, a man not supposed to cry, man, then you snap in this world. Or like I learned working with the incarcerated, as soon as those lights go out and it's time to sleep, some guys stay up all night, all you hear, and I'm not making fun, they're crying. They're acting tough in front of everybody else because they feel they have to act tough and rigid that way, but they're crying outwardly, but during the day they're crying and bleeding and the tears are internal. You see what I mean? All of us feel pain, but this is not about the men tonight. But so many women, when you look at them, you take them for granted. You see them with 3 or 4 kids. I'm not saying circumstances are different, right? But they got to take care of them children. Sometimes they may have had a wonton life before, but now they got to, you know, a woman up and do the thing now. It doesn't mean you have to put the woman down, you know, especially when she gets some sense in her head and circumstances out there. Like I told y'all before, I knew this woman who had 3 or 4 kids and her husband didn't let her do anything with the business, just be home and whatever. And when he passed away, she knew nothing to do. And the family who didn't like them or her did everything to rob her of money and mislead her until she was homeless. And I would see people on the bus and they would say, look at her, homeless. She's irresponsible, you know, and I'm like, I had to correct them. I said, I know that lady. That's not the case. But, you know, right now we need each other. That's the bottom line. We need each other and we can't get away from that. The way the world is right now, nobody's helping us. We have some on our own team who help us, but I'm just saying everybody else is getting what they got to get and setting up their own community. They don't give a damn about us. We don't have no friends that way, right? And sometimes we have friends from the other side that come around, and a lot of times it's because they want to work off their guilt. You know, oh, I'll give this to you and I'll give that. Oh, I'll look out, because they know what's in their heart or what was in their heart from before. So when are we going to start? Because if we don't, we're collapsing. And our sisters are carrying a lot of weight. And the brothers are, and not all, we got good men out here, but a lot of them that I see, they're not looking to help nobody. Just help a sister sometime. Let her know I see what you're doing. If you need me, and do this sincerely from your heart. And when I see it, so I'm saying this in front of my wife, you know, I'll do the same thing. And it's not like other ignorant people, oh man, I saw your husband with this woman and so and so. Well, you know, think what you want. I'm not going to live according to your low-minded, decadent dictates. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do just like you. Talk. Piggyback. I'm multitasking over here, and I love it. Oh man, I forgot all about the chat room.
Lance is messy. Lance,
you all quiet over there. You ain't gonna make me do all the talking.
No, but put our joke aside, though. It is so true. A lot of our brothers don't want to do what they need to do. Sometimes, okay, brothers, you see a sister, you come off the bus together. For instance, me, you come off the bus together. I have 2 children, not because it's not your children, but as a man, and you see me struggling with bags and stuff, and you try to push me down out of the way. I've seen this happen over and over again. You know, push you down to just to get off the bus. You want to get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. I want to get off the bus and all this, but you know, try to help and say, let me help you with your bags. Let me help you take off one of the child off of the bus, or all these things. You know, there's so many ways that we can help to ease some of the pain and let a sister feel good about themselves. You see what I'm saying? Not to make them feel less. You know, just like that, because you see me with 3 children, I'm somebody, you know, I'm somebody. But when you're treating me like this, like I'm nobody, and sometimes you'll have a baby father will start cussing out the mother and the children and everybody in the street and don't give a damn. You know, we have to be mindful. We really have to be mindful of what we are doing, because it is just not right. And we as women, we struggle a lot. We go through so much. Mothers go through so much. It's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. I'm telling you, it's bad. It is bad, really bad. And that's what we should be doing. Advocating for mothers, you know, all the time.
That's where it's at. I said, that's where it's at, because we all came through a mother.
Yes. So we should be really doing that, because mothers are really powerful. And when you look and people realize that what you've been through, I know what it's like. I know what it is like to have a child. So I know it's not easy. And talking about when you're being pregnant for 9 months and something else happening to you, and you can't sleep at night, you're having back pain, even from 7 months or 6 months, you're back, you're not getting no rest at night, and you turn on this side, that side. When you look around, it's time to get up and get the other children ready and get yourself ready and breakfast and all this stuff and pack their bags. And then you're tired, you're frustrated now, and one of them crying and all. It's not easy. It's really rough. It's really rough what you go through, and no one knows but you. And it's a hard thing. Pregnancy is a hard thing. And if you go through those morning sickness when it begins, and if you're the person that goes through it for about 6 months, it's not easy. And then you have to deal with all of that and go to work. It's rough. It is rough. And we need more support. We need more support for women. We need a lot of support for women. And what we need is our brothers to really support us as women.
Let me say something real quick. This is the conference line number. This is not the number to call right now. That's the number that you should always have on your phone when we have like an after show and a conference. And I'd like for everybody after this show is over to go there and talk. And I don't want to say so much, but if a few of the ladies and the gentlemen can come, if they want to say a few things, they can come. But it's about the women, about our sisters, and you can go on into the night and talk. Now, another thing I want to highlight here.
But if somebody want to call,
now they can.
If somebody want to call now,
I'm going to set it up. now. I'm going to drop the link in a second.
Set it up, and they could call if somebody wanted.
But I wanted to
yes,
highlight this other comment that oh God, where is it? I'm so far away and get all these bright lights in my face, right? That's what it is. Okay. Delicate Lace made a comment. She said, this is making me cry. I literally don't have any support, friends or family. That's why I want to have that. I want to set that thing up. I want to set that thing
Yeah,
up.
because it's so much of our mothers need support. And even if or we have sisters out there that doesn't have a child that still needs support, because we are women.
Thank you, Nina.
You know, and we go through a lot on a daily basis. You see what I'm saying? It's not about even childbirth, you having a child. We are sisters, we are women, and we need that kind of support, and we have to be there for each other. And you see these sisters saying you don't have no kind of support, because a lot of us have family that don't even care about us, even if they live in the same state, right there, maybe close by, not too far away from us, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and you have children, and they would not find any time to help you out in any way. I'm telling you, you maybe have a mother or sisters or brothers or nieces and nephews, and no one would support you and help you to say, okay, I'm going to come today and I'm going to take the children so you could have a little time for yourself. You are from work. You need to just pamper yourself, lay down and rest and take care of yourself. That's no one to support you. It's very, very hard. And I understand where she's coming from. And that's why we all need to support each other. We need to form some kind of group in our community with sisters that we can trust and get together where we can have that kind of support, because it's very, very hard. And I know right now sometimes it's hard to trust people because of everything that is happening, even with your children. But I mean, you have family members. And for me as a sister, and if I'm around a sister and they have their child and I know they're going through all this struggle, I'm supposed to be there to help them. They should be able to trust me with their child. They should be able to trust me where I can say, okay, leave the children with the dad today, and I'm going to take you out somewhere. We're going to go to the park. We're going to go somewhere we can sit down and laugh and talk and have some fun, where you can take away all of this. We can sit down and meditate together. All these things we need to do together. But when you don't have that kind of support, it's really hard. Really hard. And I know a lot of sisters out there that is going through a lot of struggle.
Come on in if you want to come chat. Keep talking, sister.
You know, it's a lot of...
I called you sister, but you're my sister too.
It's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of hurt. It's going on right now. I'm telling you, we have a lot of young mothers. Oh man. We have it's really sad, because we have a lot of young mothers that need support, that doesn't maybe have a mother. Some of them lost their mom real young, and now they are mothers.
Come on,
so now it's really hard to deal with all these things and no one to help them. You have maybe a daughter out there who lose their mom young, and now they don't have other sibling, they don't have other brother, they don't have other sister, no one else.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it's very, very hard.
Delicate Lady said, I tried to reconnect with my sister and family. They all made jokes and laughed at me. That's
oh my goodness gracious. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
see what I'm talking about? We have a lot of family that doesn't have support, no family member to support her. You see what she going through? Right. No one, and they're laughing and talking. Oh, my sister, let me tell you something tonight. Hold your head up high. Take care of yourself. Self-care for you, my sister. I'm telling you, at the end of the day,
you, Kwame, but it says keep talking.
At the end of the day, you're gonna see the result of it. Take care of yourself and your children. I'm telling you, there's gonna be support coming, because we need to have these kind of shows where we can talk to our sisters. We can have all these discussions where we can come together and you can get to meet good people in your community where you are, where you have that kind of support. That's what we really need for our sisters. And we need our brothers to step up and help, you know, in any way that you can in your community, because you have sisters around you that need the kind of support, and there's none. And when you have family members that are laughing and talking bad about you, let me tell you something. Karma is not a good thing. So let they stay there and do whatever they want to do, but because it will come. Sometimes people say taking too long, but when it comes, you will see the result of it. And these people with their behavior, a lot of times you are the one that they have to come to and fall back on. I'm telling you, it is serious. It's not a joke about what is happening. And it's happening in so many families right now, all over the place. Trust me, a lot of families are experiencing a lot of this crap right now. And you will simply surprise that a lot of them same family that talking a lot of crap about the other ones are feeling the heat of it right now. So I'm telling you, just hold on, my sister, and take care of yourself. You know, I know it's very hard. It's not easy when you have children and you have to deal with all the crap that is going on. When you have to run and say, oh, I have my bills to pay. I'm going through all of this and I'm down and not feeling good. I don't want to go today because I'm so stressed out. I got to deal with the children and all that. It is not easy. It's very, very hard. If anyone says easy, it's hard. It is very, very hard. And I tell you, I give thanks. I give thanks for this moment. And I always say today is Wednesday and I'll never see this moment again. And I'm grateful for this moment right now. You know, and, you know, when I go through things, or when I have my children and they were younger and I'm going through things and I'm saying, oh my goodness gracious alive, you know, but then when I look again and I think again and I say, you know what, if I break myself down, what's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen to my children? What's going to happen to me? You know, and I have to be here for them, you know, and that really helps me to even get stronger and do what I need to do. And I'm here and I'm just, boy, it is serious than we even can imagine what is happening in the world right now with our people.
And Delegate Lee says she doesn't even go outside.
Oh, wow.
You gotta, I understand the feeling that makes you want to stay inside. And that could amplify the thoughts that you have, you know. That's something that you're going to really have to work on because sometimes, I know sometimes in the past, I was never really like a depressed person because of certain things. It doesn't make me better than anybody, but I always kept things moving. If I would go outside even by myself and just walk for miles sometime, especially like in New York City, I'd take the train into the city and walk uptown from downtown, but not just go straight uptown. I'd zigzag every street until, you know what I mean? And I would be out there sometime all day. This world is not easy, and the world could be very cruel. I don't want to look at it like a cruel place, but it can be a very cruel place. Let me see. Kwame, I see you adjusted your stuff now. I'm going to add you to the stream. Brother Kwame.
Hello, Brother Kojo. How are you?
Oh, we're good, man. Talk to us about the sisters.
Yes, I will talk to you, yeah. Our sisters, I love you very much, yeah. And I know that there are some of our brothers can be selfish, but I don't think like them. But also, I guess some of our sisters can be the same. Don't copy them. We need each other, you know, as brothers and sisters, Kojo. I mean, because what we're going through it, I mean, I've heard everything and the pain and that they've been going through it. It is very sad, but they shouldn't give up because brothers like me, I support them whatever they do. But I want them to also know that not all brothers like me are spiteful, are selfish, and irresponsible. That's what they have to know. That I know what there are some of our brothers are like that, but I'm not one of them. If you treat me right, I'll treat you right. You know me well, Coach. You've known me now for about 1 or 2 years. You know that's I can say. I mean, you see my comments, and you know what I say. I know you don't have to answer it, but you know that what I say is obvious. We need each other's brothers and sisters, Kojo. We do. I mean, you're lucky you got a lovely wife with Sister Lily, who means a lot to you. And greetings to you, Sister Lily, by the way. And also, let me say this, and before I go, brothers like myself, stop rubbishing our sisters. Stop it. Stop rubbishing them, because it's not good enough. Because they're the ones who are bringing our children up. You're the father, play your role. That's what I've got to say, Kojo. Have a good night. Take care.
Brother, thank you for the kind words. Good night, brother. Yes, the sun. There are a lot of programs that I look at that so far out, but they speak a lot of truth. And I learned recently, and these are from studies, and we know this naturally, that going out in the sun is the healthiest thing that we can do. Even if we want to have our own personal relationship with the sun, we don't want to be around some people sometime. Like you said, Riri, yes, putting our feet in the grass, sand, or dirt. I remember I loved to play in the dirt as a child. There's something healing about that. And for me, let me just mute this mic. Yeah. For me, I don't usually do that as much as I should. This is why I'm looking forward to moving up at Mrs. SCURV's wonderful property. and that's going to put me in that place, because every time I do, I can't stop being out there with her, right? And it's a wonderful feeling, and it's a healing thing, and it feels strong. But one of the points I want to make, I'll pull up the video. I got so many videos saved on the subject, but I'll throw a few things at you on that point. When you get the sun early in the morning, and lots of times, I struggle with staying up late because I get so zoned out and I look around and it's 6 o'clock in the morning already. Well, even then, as the sun's coming up, gaze it as much as you can. You might blink a little bit, but try, it knocks you down, come back for some more, because it's letting your body know this is the morning. And even if you go to lay down, it will help you to sleep better. It's a certain rhythm. And this engineered man's world has brought us off of that righteous rhythm. Artificial light, stimulation, electronics, it throws us off and we end up feeling bad. But when you get a few days worth of sun, even the first day that you do, okay, we got Queen Marat Rogers up in here. Wow. Okay, unmute yourself, sister.
Peace and love. How's my sound? Because this computer's kind of low.
It's okay. We got it.
Oh my God, what's up? I love you guys. Oh my God, it's been a little minute. Yo, sister, I tell you, sister, you just said a word. You had me crying, sister. Because let me tell you something. I haven't talked to you guys in a long time, and every single thing she said, it resonated with me. Because I'm on my own right now. I haven't talked to you in so long, Lance. I left my husband. in November. I've been on my own with my girls, and I literally feel like some armor was on my back, and I got rid of the armor. I swear. So I just wanted to say a word to the ladies out there. Just stay encouraged, because things can always get rough, but you got to take that time for yourself and take care of yourself. There are days where, exactly what Sister Lily was saying, I want to rip my damn dreads out with these girls sometimes. But you know what I do? I take my time sometimes. If like right now, I just leave them outside so I can sit here by myself for a minute. I told you, just go outside. But I'll let y'all know when y'all can come back in, so I can take a few minutes for myself. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to have that grace and take that space with yourself sometimes. Because if you don't take care of yourself, how you going to take care of your seeds? You got to take care of you. You got to do what's right for you. No matter how frustrated it gets, no matter how weary it gets. And I want to say to any sister that is listening to the sound of my ears right now, my name is Queen Marat Rogers. Exactly how you see it spelled. You can Instagram me, you can email me. Everything is under the same name. You need somebody to talk to, you need some upliftment, you can listen to my poetry on SoundCloud. I will message you. I helped a young lady this week that almost had suicide. I sent her some of my poems, and I just sent her a message to check on her. This is the second time this happened in my life, because I think I told you before, Lance, that it was a gentleman that I helped. I didn't know what was going on. It was divine time. I just sent her a message, and she was on the edge, and it was something I sent her, like, to help her, and she called me crying and told me what happened. I was like, yo, that's God. So anybody out there, you frustrated, you dealing with stuff, please reach out to me if you need some help, if you need somebody to talk to. I will be there for you, because I know what it's like. I'm inside of it myself, and I will give you the best advice, because it's hard. It's not easy. It's easier said than what I'm saying to you, but Try to stay with gratitude in your heart. Give thanks to God, give thanks for life, give thanks for breath, and just keep going no matter what's going on. Because I've been through some difficult times, let me tell you, and y'all see my picture, I keep a smile on my face, even if I want to, even if I feel like I want to rip somebody's head off, I keep a smile on my face and I tell God, thank you that I'm breathing, because somebody didn't make it this morning, somebody did not make it, and we here, we breathing, we are alive. So you can't give up. You got to keep going because God gave you breath to keep going. You got children to live for. You got people that love you to live for, and people that you don't even know love you to live for. You know. So yeah, that's the word I wanted to send out. I love y'all, man. I'm gonna be in touch soon. I got a lot to tell y'all.
Bro, call me up. We'll be on within the hour when you're ready. I'm like a fireman with this, so let's be outside. You and everybody who's here, you know how I do. I put this stuff out take my teeth, what's left of them, and be ready.
I love and I appreciate you, brother. King Uncle Brother Lance. You know that's how I call you, King Uncle Brother Lance. Sister Lily, I love you guys. Thank you for letting me share. And I meant what I said to anybody who's listening to me. I am a speaker, a poet, a positive person. Anything y'all need, please reach out to me and I will talk to you and I will help you if you need some help. Peace and love, everybody. Stay up, stay strong. Give God the glory. Always. Peace and love, everybody.
Thank you. I want to address something. I want to address a comment here. Hurricane JW. Why would you make such a stupid ass comment? I'm going to read it for those who in the future may not have their screens up. We understand the frustration because we've been dealing with y'all forever. LOL. The problem is we just stopped and grabbed the passport. Wherever the hell you go, you're going to have problems with that attitude. Here we have our sisters here talking about real stuff, pain, frustrations and stuff. That was uncalled for. So basically, you say, LOL, the problem is we just stopped and grabbed the passport. Well, what do you hope to find? What do you hope to find? Now, yeah, go ahead. Sister.
And this is one of them sick persons that always want to come with some bullshit and cause a lot of problem. And you are the problem. You are the problem. You're not trying to fix. You come from a woman, ain't you? Or where did you come from? Did you drop from the sky? Did you drop out of the sky? That must be what you did. You drop out of the sky. You must don't have a mama, and that's why you're talking all the bullshit and saying all these things about ladies. You don't have no respect for ladies, so you later for you. I am telling you,
it's good that you go.
You are a sick person. You are a sick person that talking all the crap, and that's why some of you men gonna really get what you want, because you come up with all this bullshit stuff and say all these things. Not to say every sisters are good, whatever, and doing all this stuff. Sometimes we do make mistakes, but we are women. We are mothers. You understand me? Who brought you in this world? Who brought you in this world? If it weren't for women, you wouldn't be here. So don't even come with that garbage, because I definitely don't want to hear that garbage, what you're talking about, because I am going to talk for the sisters that are here on this platform, that are listening, and for others that future coming to listen, and for all the ones them that gonna come, I am gonna speak for them. So when you come in with that, you need to go throw that in the trash can and come back again. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. We're looking for healing. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we're looking for, healing, and how we can come together as a people and help each other. That's what we are doing here. So we don't want to hear that from you. You can come at me if you want to, because I'll fire back at you at any time. So later for you, and goodbye.
And since we know you came from a mother, and I won't say because she's a woman that was half a word, but what would you do if she ran away from you? Or did she run away from you? Was she emotionally distant from you? There had to be some kind of issue for you to say something like that. And who wants you anyway for you to say something like that? If you didn't have any success getting what it is, and I'm going to put the comment back up there, getting what it is that you thought you wanted, what is it that you couldn't get? Now, I don't see anything wrong with someone falling in love with any one of our sisters all over the world, but to punctuate it and say it like that, we understand the frustration because we've been dealing with y'all. So that means he's lumping everything in one. Mm-hmm. So maybe he has a major flaw that y'all have identified, and he can't get over with his foolishness, because I see a lot of dumbass black men or black males, that's all. You were born with a dick, but it doesn't mean you're a man. And if you can say that like that, that means you are not a man. You are a male. And our sisters don't want just males. That's standard equipment when you're born. Every man has a dick, longer or shorter. It works the same way. Okay, you grabbed the passport. You should have did it a long time ago, because like you said, we've been dealing. Don't put me inside of that. I love all my sisters, whether they're from the Caribbean, Africa, United States, UK, Canada. I've dated a little bit of everything in my life, as what y'all will know, right? But I would never single out and say something like that. Where you going, to Mars? Why don't you get a spaceship and go to Mars and go up there? Get some Martian pussy, because that's all y'all want. That's all you want. And these sisters, you can't run your game on them just to hit it and quit it. So you want to run somewhere else to get over for that. Yes, and I know the pressure that's in America especially. It's a lot of pressure on the sisters. Instead of saying something like that and running, or would you like to come on the show and express that asshole attitude? Look, I'm gonna put the link. I don't run from nothing. I give everybody a chance. Okay, here's the link. Click the link. Show your face. Come on in and let's talk.
And I have to say this, because a lot of times we sisters, we date these guys and we have a baby with them, and they are so out of order and out of place. You get a sister pregnant and they have a baby. So then you want to find somebody else. As soon as she have that baby, she not good enough no more, because she have a baby now for you. So you find somebody else, they go and have a next child again, and you keep doing the same thing over and over. And then you want to put it on the sisters and say it's their fault. That is their problem. And you're not seeing your problem. You're not seeing what you're doing. You're not even paying attention to where you're going. And that's why you're making so many mistakes and running around with everybody. You don't try to make your relationship work. You don't try to stay in your child life and to do the right thing. But you're running all over the place and doing all these things, and then what are you talking about? It's so messy. Instead of you as a man or wherever you are, I don't know what you are, to just to come and say, you know what, we need to do better. We need to do better as men. We need to sit with the sisters and have a conversation and see where did we go wrong? What can we do to make a change and make things better for all of us as a people to have a good life? That's why we can't come together as a people. We can't because of all this bullcrap stuff. It is a mess.
Hey, Kwame.
Hello again, Kojo.
Yes. Talk to us, brother.
I mean, my sisters. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear to read that comment. The guy who said it, as far as I'm concerned, he's an idiot. He is an idiot. Yeah, you don't make comments like that, right? Who are you to make that comment? Are you the only one who's been hurt? I've been hurt by sisters, but I still love them. You don't make personal, nasty comments like that, right? Because you're not helping the situation. And I don't blame our sisters and you, Kojo, for being annoyed. What he just said was stupid and very out of character. You don't make that comment. You just don't do that. We are brothers. We want to help, meant to be supporting our sisters. And then you making it difficult for us by coming out with stupid comments like that. Why do you make that comment for? Are you the only one who's been hurt? We've all been hurt. But still, we find solutions. Right? Don't just grow up. Don't come out with silliness like that again, man.
Yeah, that's something serious. Yeah, well, I mean, look,
at the end of the day, you and I have been hurt. We've been. I mean, I remember one time. I know you told me off one time. One of the sisters cheated on me, and I said something, and then I know our friend sister Aquia didn't agree with me saying it, Yeah, you thought I was extreme. I know. And I realized that what I said was wrong. Yeah, I've been hurt before by sisters. But at the end of the day, you can't just come out by making this very, childish comment. You just don't do that. You just shouldn't do that at all. Take care, my brother. Thanks very much.
All right, brother. Thank you. I'm still waiting for the hurricane to come. The hurricane. You know, maybe he can show his face, and his face can go around the world. And the people who he's looking to hook up with, who's not hip to his games, can see who he is and know what he's all about. It's crazy. But see, like we said, we have people out here who are like that. Now, like I said, as long as you get a melanated sister, I have no problem where in the world you find them or they find you. If you want somebody good, you have to invest in yourself. And it's not a looking thing. You make yourself better. You work on yourself. You get more wisdom. You get more understanding. And you move along your path. And it's a magical thing how you'll cross paths with someone who you click with and begin to love because of their attributes. I mean, our sisters in America, Canada, in the West, all through the Caribbean, they're dealing with a whole lot. And if you can help them to unravel what they're going through that's put on them, you'll have a gem, right? But again, you got to be ready for that. You just can't hop and run. Please rip up your passport and stay where you are. The sisters in America in the West don't need anybody like you, right? I did a show on that and I tried to understand, but like it all comes down to demonizing everybody. So that word y'all, you know what I mean? That says it right there, that you're not willing to see individuals. You're grouping up people together and why. It's almost like a person who doesn't understand why they have been fired from 10 jobs. Oh, the people don't like me. I didn't get along with them. 10 jobs? Something's wrong with you. You know what I mean? We have opposition. We have confrontations. We have different issues, but you just think that, look, let me tell you something too. There are a lot, and I'm not even considering anything other than the sisters when you talk about the passport brother, right? But don't think the sisters out in the world, don't think they dumb. Now I know some of y'all run to the Philippines and Thailand and UK and all this stuff. Come on, and looking for something else. I'm not going to say it. They want to ban me anyway from YouTube. But this is what I will say. For the sisters who are out there and you think you can run game, I'm telling you something real now. You think you can run game on some of these sisters? Some of these sisters out here in Ghana, they smart as far as being slick. So if you come at them slick, you might get out slicked. Let me put something out there, right? These folks out here ain't sitting ducks. I've spoken to a lot of men and a lot of women from different countries, damn near every country in the world, over the years that I've been doing this, over the 5.5, 5,000 and a half videos I've done, shows for hours long, personal conversations, conference lines, emails, voicemails. Y'all know I'm a talking fool. And I got a lot of wisdom out of that, right? But here in Ghana, there's a brother of mine who calls into the show sometime. I won't reveal his name, there's nothing to hide or anything, but he has friends who live out in Ghana, right? And there's a new thing going on here in Ghana, right? Where a lot of the sisters that are here that are out there like that you think that you can slick, come in here, somebody from America thinking you're going to slick some of these women, they got something for you. You know what they're doing? They letting you skeet all up in them, giving it to you good, right? And you think you getting over. They doing the freaky dig, all that stuff. We know what that entails. And you just feeling so good. But when you were sleeping, they went through your wallet, not to take your money, but to get your social security number, your card, whatever, all things that will identify you. And they give it up to you good even more. And you think you getting over and you using them. But they can go down now to the American embassy and request that test to prove if you're not the father. And you living out here, right? Whether you're retired or have any extra money around or whatever, you're going to get hit with them papers. And You don't even have to go back to America they'll do it that way. And you're going to find yourself paying child support, which you should if you make a baby, but you ain't thinking about having a child and having a future, building a family, being part of the community, building a home and raising the children. You just want to skeet freely. Well, they're going to have access to your wallet freely for all the skeeting you do. A lot of these women out here, they know what time it is, and they ain't going to go for that. Also, there are other countries, this country, other countries, not just in the motherland, that they will use you to get to America, or they will use you and marry you or get money from you and give it back to the dude that they've been dating and been with for the last decade. They will have sex with you and give that money that they get out of you, whatever. And they're really trying to set that man up. It gets deep. Don't think, oh, I got a passport and I can just talk some smack to these women and I can get up in their clothes or up under their clothes. You might, but be careful. You think you can run game? There's a lot of game all over the world. They see social media. They watch YouTube. They see the games on Instagram that people play. Like I said about the other ones who are oppressors. They know us, the decadent culture of us. They know our origins. They know that we're the original people of the earth, and they know us in our reduced form and all in between. And when they look at us, they can discern us so easily, and we think nobody knows about us and our dirty little laundry and our games. And they know who's who. They know who the quality people are. They know who the deep people are. Oh, he's different than those. So they know. Everybody knows us all over the world. Everybody, how they say in the South, everybody knows us all over the world in the games that we play. Come on back and talk to us, Mr. Scurv. I got to go make a little pee-pee. I'll be right back. Oh, he said that. He's crazy. And while I get up, I'm just going to put this banner up. Delicate lace. Oh, I'm sorry. I had your mic muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah. I'm just saying that the sister that was in the chat, you know, we have to support her. And there's a lot of other sisters out there. And, you know, if you want to call Brother Lance on the phone, you know, just send him a message and, you know, we'll get back in touch with you. And you can talk to me anytime I'm here, I'm home. And it's a time difference. I don't know what state you are in. I know like Florida and different state like New York with 4 hours ahead here. So like when I come home, if it's 6 o'clock here, it's like what, 2 p.m. When it's 6 o'clock here, it's 2 p.m. there, right? No, it's 7. When it's 7 there, it's 2 p.m. here. No, in the daytime, like when I go up on the hill and I come back, like if I get back home like 6 p.m.
And it's 2 o'clock over there.
Oh, okay.
On the East Coast.
Oh, yeah. So
and then we count back to the West Coast and different parts of the world. If you're in London, I think it's the same thing as here.
Same.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. No, but what we'll do.
Yeah, but if she wants to talk,
right,
you know,
right, right, like a one-on-one thing.
Yeah, she can contact you and you know, we could talk. Because sometimes we need to talk to other person, like, you know, a one-on-one, you know.
Yeah,
like,
one-on-one too,
you know, something like that. Yeah. And then we could also have the conference call where we all could talk, you know, all these things.
And
because,
we can have a regular designated night on a conference call for the sisters,
right?
And the random things that we want to say,
and for the brothers also, right. Because honestly, we're not leaving you all out. Because
no, we just focusing on this tonight.
There's a lot of wonderful brothers out there, and we know that. But we're focusing on our sisters, our mothers, right. And you don't have to have a baby to be a mother. Because a lot of us even though a lot of sisters doesn't have a baby, but they are being a mother because they help out in so many ways. They have siblings that have children and they help them out so much because they don't have children. And some of them want to have children and they can't have children. So they are there for the nieces and stuff like that, the nephews and all that thing. So which is wonderful. And some of our sisters who are strangers to other sisters that doesn't have any children to, and also help her. So in any way that we can help, we need to do that for our sisters, because it's not easy. It is not easy when you're juggling 2 jobs and sometimes 3 jobs. You never know, because you're running here, running there, and you're running there because you're trying to make ends meet so you can always provide for the children. It is not easy. So we need that kind of help for our sisters and mothers, and as I say, you don't have to have a baby to be a mother, so we have to really stand up and look out for each other. And brothers that is out there, I know a lot of you mean very well, and we're gonna have to stand up and do our job, what we need to do. Start taking care of our sisters, because without a mother you wouldn't be here. So we need to do much better than we can do. And we also have family members out there that can really help. I mean, they're in the position to really, really help, and they won't even help. I mean, they can help so much, and nothing they will do. They will see this sister by the road, drive past them, don't even look on them and the children. It is really rough. It's not easy what is going on.
I know.
And we're not being supportive of each other. And it is so wrong what we are doing. It is bad. You have brothers that you as a sister will be walking down the street, get off the bus with the children. It rain hard, and they drive fast and splash dirty water on you and your children and go about their business. They don't care. You see what I'm saying? They don't even care.
Seen that a lot.
And then you will have this man that you say is the father, and they see you on the street and cussing you out. Don't call my name. I'm not that child's father in front of the children. I'm not their father. Stop telling people that I'm the father. But when you get into the court and everything, and with DNA tests and all them stuff, then you find out that
you are the father.
You look like a ass. You see what I'm saying? You look like a ass, a dumb ass with your head holding down, walking with your head down. And it's such a damn shame that it have to go. It don't even have to be like that. As a people, it shouldn't happen like that. You shouldn't even have to take any one of our brothers to court to say, well, then you need to support your child. You see what I'm saying? We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We're supposed to be willing and able to do what we need to do. And you have some of our sisters, the husband or the boyfriend, whoever, taking care of that child, but they were giving them cash money, and they wasn't giving like a check, or didn't go to the court system or anything, and they're not gonna buy in for that. They don't care. It's like sometimes some people say, oh, you never do this or you never do that and all this stuff. But, we'll talk about the brothers them in the next time. We just want to say
that's why as a man, you got to be careful who you lay down with. Because a lot of men run after some of these women just to get sex. A child ends up, happening, and then they want to give cash. They don't want it legally taken out of their money. Right, where they go and do deal, because men know that you got to go to the court. They want to keep it hush hush, but then now they want to give cash when it really hits them. Right, it really hits them. Now they want to be sorry.
Because some of them will have their wife or other girlfriends or whatever. What they don't want it to come out and all that stuff,
right?
And all the crap that is going on, and it is so bad. And the other thing that I need to talk about too is that I see some of these other women that shame the other woman that have a baby because their husband go and sleep with this woman, and this woman didn't even know that the man is married. Some of these men just lied and said, we're not married. I'm separated from my wife. She's in another state. And telling all these lies. Now this woman get caught up in all this crap and drama. Now this woman cussing the woman and say, oh, he's not my husband's child. My husband says it's not his child. Where you get all this on all the crap and all the drama going on? It's all a big mess. Believe in what the man's saying and all this stuff.
Because all they wanted was a glorified friction provider.
It is sad. It is sad what is happening.
And they
really
a lot of these guys want the sympathy now because they got to pay out all this money. But you was Mr. Playboy trying to get over. And now in another reality, oh, I was done so wrong. No, you did it. You paying, you did it. What happened? Choose carefully. Have the right intention. Right? A lot of you are messing your lives up because you're abusing the possession of the penis. The penis is a very powerful weapon, and you use it for ego. Yeah, man, I had her making some noises last night. See them footprints on the ceiling? Ego. And then years later, you crying victim. But see, you don't tell the people that you want them to have sympathy for you, but you're not telling the other part. Be real. Be real. And sometimes you promise these women things. They ain't doing nothing. Look, your thing defied gravity and got hard. And you aimed it. And you pushed it in there. And you stayed in there. And you put your seed in there. So I don't want to hear nothing from you. She tricked me. How'd she trick you? You wanted it. So if you see a vagina on a wall somewhere and you, let me go stick my thing inside. That's a wall. That ain't a woman. You wanted the woman. Ain't no trick. Look, they got gold diggers out here. They got all kind of people out here. If you got your head on straight as a man, ain't no tricks. You did it. She can open her legs wide, telling you to come on in. That's your choice. Anybody told you to go through the McDonald's drive-through, Kentucky Fried Chicken drive-through? Oh, my stomach is sick. I got bad food. How'd you get the bad food? You made your decision to do that. So don't blame all women and talk about you want to go now. All y'all women and the passport. Take the passport, go to another country, rip it up and stay there and really get played. But there are too many men out here who start out a certain way. Yeah, and there are situations where there are women who have tricked a man because he was sincere and wanted to get with the woman. And I know some guys like this, but a lot of guys botch up their stories after they get caught out there. You got caught out there, man. Face it. The only reason why you was paying that money like that is for the hush-hush, because you know that can happen, right? Look, I'll tell you a little tidbit about me. You all know I was married before. I had to leave. It was too hot in the kitchen. The treatment was bad. It was getting violent. Cops getting called for no reason. How I look? These big fists I got. And they say, oh, they hit me. They're going to believe who? But luckily, I never was cuffed that way, right? Only on the curb the last time. But when I came back, I did the same thing too. But I was married to her. I didn't know. So there's no shame in that. When I got hit with it, you got to pay something in the back. Because I was the one that divorced, right? And I came back, right? And I did that. But somebody in the street, I'm not saying they in the street, but somebody you dealt with, bring it out in the open and go to the courts and work it out. But if you got a wife or another significant other that you want to hide that bad boy from, then go on and do it that way. But don't cry when it comes back to haunt you. Tell the whole story. Don't just look for sympathy, because you know what you're doing when you stuck your dick inside that woman. You knew it. You stayed in there. That is simple. This and this equals a baby. Even that clear stuff will get her pregnant. Come on now. Why you got to go that way? There's other alternatives of things you can do to get off if you both want to get off. Did I do that for the Mrs. SCURV? See, I talk like this. She thinks I'm crazy, but it's the facts. Sometimes we got to hear it on a hard-hitting level. And we mess our lives up because of that. We mess our lives up because we lie. We lie. Baby, I'm going to be with you forever. You know, look, her legs are open. What you think? What else you going to say when you're lying? That thing is right there. Get ready to get pushed in. The head is, you going, do you love me? Oh, baby, I'm going to love you forever. I'm going to always be here with you because you're waiting to fall down with gravity and feel that thing. Pull out and repeat the process. That's what it is. Tell me something else. I sat down in the chair and sperm fell out my balls and she sat there and she got pregnant. We're grown people. We know the deal. We think, see what it is? We think we can get over. We think we can get over. Yeah, see her there? I hit that a couple times and nobody will know about it. Even if you do hit that a couple times and nobody knows about it, you both might find yourself sitting up in the clinic. Doc, I don't know, man. There's some purple shit coming out of my dick. How'd it get there? It's a sexually transmitted disease. Who were you with? I wasn't with nobody. Come on, man. Infections and this and that. Even when you are with a woman and you by yourself, don't lie. Don't lie. That's all. She might be a career woman and might want you to slide on through 2 nights out of the week. That's better than her battery-operated boyfriend. And there was somebody who contacted me because of the battery-operated boyfriend comment that I made. And I wasn't putting down anybody. I was just saying that to illustrate the fact that we live in a plastic society. It's a plastic world. You know, we're giving plastic to our children, the bottles, when they need the breast. We're using plastic and, you know, we're not bartering anymore. We're not exchanging anymore. You know, I'm not saying cash is the best. Yeah, cash is better. Cash is better than plastic, but bartering is better than cash. We're losing the connection. So when I said the thing about the battery operated boyfriend, and then you got this thing for the men, what do they call it? It looks like a flashlight, but it simulates at the end of it is a mouth. So it's a blowjob machine, right? So a lot of men are buying that. We got Passport Brothers running, people buying blowjob machines and battery operated boyfriends, and we're not even having conversations with each other. And we're still behind all of that hurting, right? But the bottom line is, be honest. If you're single and you approach a woman and you're charming, be charming because you're charming. If she likes you and you like her and things eventually happen, before you pass those pearly gates, you better have an understanding of what it is. Too many guys lie and they go along with the program. Or sometimes they don't say anything and she thinks something. You need to clarify certain things. Why is it that the courts are full? Why is it that divorce courts are full? Why is it that the majority of our relationships are not working out? Why is it that 50, 60 years ago, we were married more than anything else? We're overstimulated. This society is over-sexualized. Everything is sex, 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 sex. There's no way your dick is standing up like that. I don't care if you're intravenously fed Viagra all day long. And then what, you just want to be humping all day? Humping all day? That's why you're in poverty. Humping all day? That's why you broke. Humping all day? You don't read a book. You're looking stupid. Lila Africa, Dr. Lila Africa, it was funny that I said this the other night, that he said one should have sex once a year. Once a year. Some of y'all will go crazy. But could you imagine how glorious it feels once a year? It better be with somebody you're committed to. It's not just any old whatever you pick up off the street. I'm not saying that's all our sisters are, but there's some out there right now. Down here in Ghana, in Osu, you got a bunch of hookers on. I'm going to go back out there and show y'all. They don't like to be photographed, so I got to hide that camera real low, tape it to my underarm or something. Just, but they're out there. But have an understanding and stop lying, because it's going to come back and catch up on you. And I'm not going to just hear one side of a story. These men who, oh, she did this to me. Let me hear the other side of the story. Not that I have to. Not that I even care, because if you were lying, I don't care to hear your lies. I don't want to hear that. You paying or you running from it, that's on you. Let's hear the other side of the story. And I like to hear people coming in the comment section on this particular episode, and let's speak about that. We're even going to do a show about that. Going to have people call in, because too many men demonize women. Yeah, man, she ain't no good. Well, if she wasn't no good, how did your dick get hard? I'm talking about personality-wise, attributes. That should be the real turn on. When you look at a woman and say, man, this is a good woman. You think Mrs. SCURV ran around and just threw up something right away? She made me see her attributes. The good person that she is, hardworking, suffering, long suffering, faithful, dutiful, about the home. No man wants no woman running around. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? I'm coming home. Oh, I'm out with the girls. I mean, you can have your girlfriends and stuff. They can come by. You can do things. But when you have a good woman, nothing's going to go perfect. You're going to have arguments, disagreements, but you ain't looking for that. You got a lot of women here who are good women. All the women here in the chat room, all of them. All the females here are good women. I know them. I know their spirit. Most of them I haven't seen face to face. I don't have to. But it's the attributes. But too many of us are looking at ass. She got a nice ass. Well, do I see evil asses? Negative asses? Oh, her ass is evil. Man, there was a young lady one time on the bus trying to hit on me. And nobody was listening. She said, boy, I suck a mean dick. I said, well, I have a nice dick, so you can't suck it. I said that. My dick ain't mean. It doesn't have any, you never see a penis, with a mug shot. Oh, yeah, this penis, raped people and robbed banks and killed people. We so stupid sometimes. And it's in these areas that we really mess ourselves up. Especially the brothers. I'm gonna let you say something. I know you want to say something, Mrs. SCURV, right? But lots of us do things to impress women. Most of us do things, when you really look at it, to impress women. Why you want to impress all these women? Because all of these women may not be what you're looking for. The good women, that's what you're looking for, with all the good attributes. Why don't you find one that you can build with? Why don't you find one that you can see yourself with for years? The worst thing is to be an old player and you get to a certain age and you're broke down, dick don't work, you ain't got nothing but lint in your pockets because you're spending on all those women trying to impress them back in the day, coming up to that point. And now you want to find somebody to take care of you. And that comes fast. Because it's like a boxer who always wants to have that next big fight because he can't give the spotlight up. You always see the next woman with the nicest ass. Yes, there are some beautiful asses out here. But I like peace of mind and I like a clean bloodstream because I lived a life before where I was very lucky to get through and be clean and never have caught something. I'm not going to be stupid now and come out here and find myself in the clinic. Imagine that. We ain't see Lance he ain't do the video in 3 weeks. What happened? Heard Mrs. SCURV went back to America and they sold that. Whatever. Nah, I ain't get this close to be messed up. And they try me out here. They think I got money. A Brony, he's from America. I see him on YouTube. YouTube ain't paying me nothing. Come on now. So my ego, just a few days short of 60 years old, is going to make me do something stupid and mess everything up. It's like when you stack dominoes, right? And the wind blows, brrr, and they all fall down real quick. Because in this world, it's easy to fall on a stupid decision and break everything up. How would I look now to leave my wife and go with one of these little young girls? They might look pretty, but my wife is pretty. She's more in shape than they are. But for the ego, oh yeah, she's 22 years old. She's 23 years old. Well, guess what? If I got that many years over her, what happens in 20 years if she's 22 and then she's 42 and I'm 80? How am I going to feel? Where are you going? Oh, I'm just going to the store. Especially when you met them on a carnal level. It can be real love. It can be a love. And you understand that, well, I might go before you because of the age difference. I'm not saying I'm knocking that at all. But you lusting as a young man. And you're not thinking of the flip side of things. So if you hung up and envious and jealous that she's younger and guys are approaching her and you insecure because your ass is older now and you getting older, you can't keep up with that. So invest wisely. Get to know and think about the things that you see as good attributes in a woman, the same way a woman has to look at a man and see the same thing. And make your plans. Because we know relationships that have lasted for a very long time. I know people personally that have come up in the chat room here. I won't put their real names out. I won't even put their internet name out. But they've done everything right. And they have a love that was built on sensibility and respect and in the long-term thing, in a commitment. One booty call don't make a commitment. Just because he's tearing it up good, that don't mean he told you he loves you. I can take this to another level, but I'll keep it a certain way because of the way we want to present this thing. And I ain't scared of talking in front of Mr. SCURV. Now you know that, right? But you're going to sleep soon, so yeah, we're going to wrap it down soon. If anybody wants to say anything to Mr. SCURV, I'm going to drop the link in right now again, and we make it quick for her, and we will do a chat room, a conference line. And I put that number up again. Once again, let me just see if I can get this link out. If you want to say something, because he was over quiet.
Yes, I just want to. No, that's not true. You listened to, no, that's not true. But I'm getting tired, and I like to go to my bed on time, to get my rest, because
I can tell the body language.
I do a lot of work, so I really try to get my rest. So I just want to say to the sisters that just hold tight and just keep on loving yourself and take good care of yourself, self-care, and just do what you have to do right now. We need to just get together as a people so we can, support each other. We need the support, and that's what we're here for. So we just have to set up some things that, like, if whether we want to talk on the conference call, we can do that too, at least once a week or twice a week, whatever,
we're gonna have
whatever
you all
tonight. Want, so
but I'm gonna let you sleep. But
I want y'all to really take care of yourself and have a beautiful night wherever you are. Rest well. And much love to y'all, and I'm gonna get my rest on, and you'll see me on again. Okay, y'all take care now.
She's gonna go see them babies up on the property tomorrow. That's what she's gonna do. That's what she has in mind to do. I will wake up and she gone. Anyway, good night, sweetheart. Thank you. Wait. Somebody might. Okay, if nobody's if you're going to talk to her, she's going to the room. Pop in real quick if you want to say something. If not, we'll do the conference line after this. After this episode is over. I'm not going to say much. This is for the ladies. Delicate Lace, if you want to call in. Master Glam, Sister Yala, Riri. I don't have the headphones on, Riri, so I'm not going to say brother. Right? So, okay. Pretty much. And you're getting all the I love yous and good night, sweetheart. And when she closes that door, she's out. Deep sleeper. Yes, Megan. Megan Mallard said good night. Everybody said good night. All right. So we're going to do it like this. Kwame said good night. Master Glam, Oyala, Tammy, Angie, all the names, right? So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. We'll wrap it down now. I don't want to stretch it out too long. I want it to be effective. I don't want it to water down or turn into something else. And like I said, this week, we'll do our 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time show, but I'm going to start dropping in like little 15-minute live segments. So when I do those, don't say, oh, Lance, why are you cutting it so short? It's just I'm going to just do those. Boom, boom, boom. I might be outside on the phone and talk about something because there's so many things, interesting topics to talk about. To try to cram them all in one long show, it may be too much. So I throw little snacks. When you're a little child and you're hungry, but your mother says, here, take this cookie, take this, whatever. Let's have a little small meal or a snack to hold you over until the nighttime. But I want to honor the 10 o'clock show. And thank you so much for understanding why I started shows late, missed shows, because I had a little dental work done. And it will be continuing for the next 2 years until I have a Hollywood smile. And other than that, I'm going to wrap it down. And if you want to come, okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you all so much. And Julia, yes, I see you. She says, sweet dreams, Lily Fire. She ain't sleep yet. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to wrap this down. And you can call the conference line. I just put it up, right? It scrolled up that fast? Hold on. Y'all can type fat. Y'all. I don't even want to say y'all after that clown said y'all. 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 You know? Hope he go there and stay there and mess his passport up. Let him stay there. Okay. Wait, didn't I just put this number? Thing scrolled up so much. Let me put it up again. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't even click. Look at that. I didn't even click the button. That's it right there. Okay. And yeah, y'all. That y'all dude. I got to get his name and he'll be the standard of ignorance because he's a runner. He punked out. I told him to come on into the show and talk. I would have let him talk, but stay there for the thrashing. You step into the ring with me. How dare you think you can challenge me with your primitive skills? I would have ripped him a new one. He would have went to the bed. I got to go to the bathroom and stuff started coming from up under his arm. You know what I mean? 5 different places. No, I don't like that though. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Because I think about my mother. My mother was a good mother, not just because she was my mother. I think about all the good mothers that I know. Friends of mine got good mothers. People I know, distant people. You know, I know some rough ones, whatever they've been through some stuff. But like I said, you know, what if his mother abandoned him? Or maybe she did. That's why he feels that way toward women. But how can he treat a woman good if he has issues from the past with his own mama? We all need healing in some different way. Nobody's perfect. Amir, goatee style. We get ready to leave out of here, man. Oh, man. The conference line is there. After, you know, y'all can go there first and start talking, but I want the sisters to come. Everybody can come, but we're going to talk. If there's anything more that you wanted to say or just drop in, that's cool. I was falling asleep earlier, so I don't know how long I'm going to stay up, but y'all can stay on and rap. I don't have to be there, but I'm going to pop in on the conference line number. Y'all should keep that number. I'm going to also put a little scrolly thing on the bottom so you can constantly see it, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit this banner, right? I'm going to hit this music, right? And I'm going to skedaddle on over to the room after everything is all done. So since this song is in big request, we're going to play.